I in the air?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to a very special, every episode's very special, so I'm going to say it tonight, very special episode of Am I on the Air? Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. It is November the 21st. We're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios. My name is DONMEGA. I am your host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me tonight to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television movies and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here to Am I on the Air? It's season 27, episode 13, and tonight's show is titled No Leftovers. We're going to be breaking down the news from November the 15th through today, November the 21st, talking some movies, talking some TV, and of course the news of the week. So, thank you for joining me. I know it's a busy week for some of y'all. Thanksgiving is in 2 days, and I am ready for that turkey. I'm ready for some mashed potatoes. I'm ready for the stuffing. I'm ready for some rolls. Man, we love Thanksgiving, and I'm ready to get down. Is it Thursday yet? Let's go. But before we get to Thanksgiving, which we're going to talk about Thanksgiving here in a second, I want to shout out, we did it. I told you on last week's episode we were going to do it, and we did it. We assembled the team, and we did our brand new Am I Still on the Air with myself, Friggins, Peeps, doing our big The Marvels spoiler review. That's right. We broke down the Marvels, what we liked, what we didn't like, what's going on with the box office, what's going on with the MCU in general. We talk about the post-credit scene, and of course we do our updated MCU countdown, 33 films. We rank them down in our humble opinions. But it was an awesome time. It had been over 4 months since we've had the team together. Our last spoiler review was back in June when we talked Spider-Verse and The Flash and Transformers. We hadn't done another one since, so it was great to come back together. We went over 2 hours talking the Marvels, but it was an awesome conversation. I hope you guys check it out. It, of course, is available in 2 formats. You can watch it in video form on our YouTube page, youtube.com/amiontheair. We even have a playlist called Am I Still on the Air? You can click that. You can see all the spoiler reviews right there in video form. But if video is not your thing and you just want to listen to the audio podcast, that is fine. It is streaming right here on this same audio podcast. So if you're subscribed to our feed, you should see it right there in your feed. The Am I Still on the Air Marvels spoiler review. So make sure you guys check that out because it was awesome. Okay, let's get into our reviews. Non-spoiler, like I said. What a perfect time to talk Thanksgiving. That's right. Thanksgiving is a new horror movie that just dropped this weekend, directed by Eli Roth. And I know sometimes people are very hit and miss with Eli Roth. I like the guy. I think he's a really cool dude, and I've enjoyed his work since Hostel. I think Hostel is a great horror film, and really kind of kicked off a certain kind of genre back when he was making these things. And he's jumped around. He's done some things I haven't liked either, but I like his sense. I like his gore. I like what he does. And Thanksgiving is an interesting ride because this comes from, for those of you that don't know, back in, I believe, 2007, there was a movie that came out called Grindhouse. And Grindhouse was a 2-movie feature presentation that was done in a very 70s kind of way, from the way it was filmed to the way it was edited, the way it looked, the way it was acted. It was done in a certain genre. But it was really unique because it was two films in one. I mean, it was it was 3 hours basically. Um, and you had two movies back to back. But sandwiched around these movies in the beginning and the middle were fake movie trailers. It is where Machete comes from. The movie Machete with Danny Trejo. We got three of those Machete movies, and that came from a fake movie trailer on Grindhouse. And there was a couple other ones, but each fake trailer was done by a really good director. Robert Rodriguez did Machete. There was a fake movie trailer called Werewolves of the Women Werewolves of the SS or something like that. That was directed by Rob Zombie. There was one called Don't that was done by oh man, what's his name? Oh shit. Of course I'm spacing it right now. The dude that was originally going to do Ant-Man, Edgar Wright. That's who it was. See, I just needed a second. Edgar Wright did that one. And then there was one for Thanksgiving that was directed by Eli Roth. It was a fake movie trailer about a guy in a pilgrim mask going around on Thanksgiving killing people. And it was a really cool fake trailer, man. I loved it. It was gory. It had a lot in it that was super over the top. Now, fast forward, there had been rumors for all these years that he was going to do a real movie version, full length version, like how we got Machete for Thanksgiving. Well, like I said, that was like 2007. It's 2023, but we finally got it. Eli Roth released Thanksgiving after a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy. A mysterious Thanksgiving inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the holiday. Picking off residents one by one, what begins as random revenge killings are soon revealed to be part of a larger, sinister holiday plan. Um, so yeah, so pretty straightforward. Like I said, this movie in the synopsis talks about a Black Friday riot, right? That's where we start in this movie. We get a Black Friday kind of at like a Walmart kind of store where all hell breaks loose and a bunch of people die. And then we fast forward a year and this killer pops up and it looks like he's getting revenge for some of the deaths that happened during that Black Friday massacre. So I like the setup because the Black Friday part in the beginning could be its own horror movie in its own way. It's crazy, it's over the top, it's gory, it's awesome. And then this Thanksgiving killer is going around, and I'll tell you, the kills are really fun. And they're graphic, they're gory, but they're unique. And they're unique to this kind of film. Eli Roth just has this one down. And there are things in this movie that are in the fake trailer from Grindhouse, which is really, really cool. Overall, I had a blast with this movie. I really, really enjoyed it. It's cheesy, but it's that kind of horror slasher throwback film, right? This movie feels like it was made in the 90s. It reminded me of like the earlier Scream movies. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Movies like that, where you have kind of the teenage crew trying to survive, trying to figure out why is this guy after us, right? And who is it? And the big reveal of who it is. It's really interesting. And at the end of the day, man, like I said, it's really, really good. I'm not going to go through too much cast stuff because there's not really a lot of people that you're going to recognize. But this movie does have Patrick Dempsey, Addison Rae from TikTok is in here. Gina Gershon pops up in here. And yeah, and some other familiar faces that you might recognize from some things. Um, but it's not about the cast. There could be all complete unknowns in this movie, and this movie works. It works. If you like gore and you like horror, you're gonna love this movie. It's a horror thriller mystery. It covers all the bases. If you're squeamish and you prefer kind of PG-13 movies, I don't know how much you'll like this one because it does have some crazy kills. Um, but if you like the rated R kind of style, I really do think you're going to like this. And what a perfect week for it to come out, guys. Thanksgiving's in a couple days. Thanksgiving is my movie of the weekend, and I really enjoyed it. So 4 turkeys out of 5 for Thanksgiving. I loved it. It was so good, so good. All right, guys, switching on over to the TV side of things. My new show of the week is Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I've been really looking forward to this show. Apple TV Plus is where it's streaming. They dropped the first two episodes, watched them both, and I love it. This show, of course, takes place in the new universe of monsters that started with Godzilla, right? We had Godzilla King of the Monsters, we had Godzilla versus Kong, we had Kong Skull Island. That universe is what this TV show is. So those events of those movies play into this show, and this show takes place in current day, and it also does flashbacks. The show is led by Kurt Russell, and in the flashbacks, his character is played by Wyatt Russell, his son. So it's really, really cool to see that and to see things play out from like Kong Skull Island and the Godzilla movie and how it's changed into current day. There's a lot of monsters going around. There's a lot of cool visuals. The show is awesome. I'm really, really enjoying it. The new episode just came out tonight, episode 3, so I need to go watch that as soon as I'm done doing this show. But definitely want to shout it out. Check out Monarch Legacy of Monsters, now streaming on Apple TV Plus. And I just want to shout out really quick, Upload Season 3. This is on Prime Video. Love this show. I finished Season 3. It just ended last week. Great season. Absolutely loved it. It ends on a cliffhanger. We don't know yet if the show's been renewed or canceled. They better renew it because this cliffhanger ending has me like, what? And I need to see more. So definitely come on Prime. You better make sure to renew this thing with the quickness. But definitely just wanted to shout it out. Make sure if you guys haven't watched Upload, go check it out. It is on Prime Video. All right. So Thanksgiving now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. Monarch Legacy of Monsters, big thumbs up over on Apple TV Plus, and Upload Season 3. You can watch the whole season now on Prime Video. Okay, let's get into our box office. And man, it is a crazy box office this weekend. Coming in number 10 is Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 9 is Priscilla. Number 8, Next Goal Wins. This is Taika Waititi's new movie, and it only made number 8 with just $2.5 million. Big, big disappointment. I think the movie looks fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Michael Fassbender, it's based on a true story. I'm very shocked that the movie is only number 8. Number 7 is The Holdovers. Number 6 is the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. Number 5 is Five Nights at Freddy's. Number 4, and I'm sad to say this, number 4 is The Marvels. Yes, The Marvels in its second week. This movie was number 1 last weekend. In week 2, it drops to number 4 with a 78.1% drop, making just $10.1 million. Insane. Where is everybody at? Why are you not watching The Marvels? This movie is a ton of fun. Again, watch our spoiler review. All 3 of us liked it. Everybody I've talked to that's watched the movie has liked it. I don't get the failure. A 78% drop is insane and one of the worst drops ever in the comic book genre. It's the worst for the MCU and one of the worst ever in the history of comic book films. And I don't get it. When early estimates were coming out this weekend, The Marvels was supposed to be number 3. It was kind of neck and neck with Thanksgiving. And when the final numbers came out, Thanksgiving edged it out. The Marvels at number 4 with 10.1 and Thanksgiving at number 3 with 10.3. So very, very close. Number 2 is another debut, Trolls Band Together, the third Trolls movie, made $30 million. And number 1 is the prequel movie to The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, comes in with $44.6 million for the number 1 spot. Even with a $44 million debut, it sounds like the movie studio is very upset at the debut of this film. It did not make what they had hoped. And after the failure of The Marvels, there's a lot of head scratching at the box office right now, wondering where the people are at. You know, we had a 96 million dollar debut for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour a month ago. And now these big budget films can't even crack $50 million. It's a little insane. The Marvels, going back to that, a 78.1% drop. In its 2 weeks total here in the United States, it's made $65 million. That's it. 65 million. The first Captain Marvel movie made over 130 million in its opening weekend. The Marvels in its entire theatrical run looks like it won't even crack 100. I don't get it. It is insane, and this will always be a mystery to me. But that's the box office, guys. That's your top 10 right there. All right, let's switch gears. Let's get into our news of the week. And once again, the news, the trailers, everything we have, the best place to check it all out is over on X, formerly known as Twitter, twitter.com/am I on the air. Whether you're subscribed or not, you can check out all the trailers and news. It is the best way to check out the info is on our Twitter page. You can also check out our Facebook page as well. But that's where everything is housed. Okay. So if you want to know more or watch any of these things, definitely check it out on our Twitter page. Up first, we have our first trailer and first look at the new Sony Marvel movie, Madam Web. Now, this is the one that has Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney, and it takes place in kind of the Sony Spider-Man universe that's without Spider-Man. The movie's coming soon. It's supposed to come out in February, but I think they might be changing some dates around, and that's why the trailer just says coming soon. There's been a lot of hate online for this trailer so far. I think it actually looks really good. I like this trailer, and I like seeing all the different Spider Women and seeing, the action. It looks interesting, man, and I'm down to check this one out. So check out the trailer for Madam Web. We have your first look at Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connor, and Isabella Merced as Julia Carpenter, Maddie Franklin, and Anya Corazon in Madam Web. It's supposed to hit theaters February 14th. We'll see if that sticks, but pretty cool to see all three women become Spider Women. I love it. All right, we got confirmation. There's been a lot of rumors that Marvel Studios was going to be releasing What If Season 2 before Christmas. Now we know for sure that all new episodes of Marvel Studios What If are coming to Disney Plus on December 22nd. But check this out. They're going to be releasing one episode every day for 9 consecutive days as a Christmas present to everybody. So we have the little poster. We have the new trailer as well that dropped. So definitely check that out. We have the poster and trailer up on our Instagram and up on our Twitter page. What If Season 2, December 22nd, 9 episodes, and they'll release one a day. So make sure you're checking into Disney Plus every day to see your new episode of the week. Trailer looks really good. I was only a so-so fan of Season 1 of What If, but definitely looking forward to seeing what we could get here with Season 2. Over on the rumor side, once again, Javier Bardem is supposedly Marvel's top choice for Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie. I think this is good casting. I could see Javier Bardem as Galactus. I do like it. I have a hard time feeling like in the first Fantastic Four movie, they would go right to Galactus. I feel like it's too soon to jump to that character. But that's supposedly the rumor. So we'll see if they stick to that. But I do like Javier Bardem as possibly playing Galactus. We have the trailer for Fast Charlie. This is Pierce Brosnan's new action thriller. Brad Pitt's F1 movie is still on track, despite the reports claiming otherwise of what's going on there. Marvel's next MCU TV show, Wonder Man, the Disney Plus series they're currently filming it, is set to be released under the Marvel Spotlight banner, which is the one that Echo is going to be released in. So pretty cool there that they're beefing up that. We have the trailer for Arthur the King. This is a new true story, heartfelt adventure starring Mark Wahlberg and a dog. Yes, this is a true story. It actually looks pretty inspiring. And I don't know if I'll see it in the theater, but I'll definitely check it out at some point. Superman Legacy has cast Maria Gabriela de Farah as the DCU villain, the Engineer. So really starting to ramp up some of the casting here for Superman Legacy. I like this casting here. I don't know much about the Engineer, but I like her, and we'll see what she does with that role. SEAL Team is going to be ending with Season 7 over on Paramount Plus, and the season will debut in 2024. Let's see here. We have the trailer for Roleplay. This is Kaylee Cuoco's new Prime Video movie where she's like a spy, and David Oyelowo is her husband. He doesn't know she's a spy. Looks a little similar to that Chris Evans movie that came out on Apple TV Plus a couple months ago, Ghosted. Um, except this is a married couple, not a dating couple, but kind of almost the same premise. But it looks cute. I would definitely check it out over on Prime. Down Below is a new movie coming out that's gonna just added Doug Jones, Bai Ling, and Alexis Knapp. It's gonna be a new psychological horror movie. The Last of Us Season 2, Caitlin Dever reportedly in talks for the Abby role. I like Caitlin a lot. I think that would be pretty cool for her to get that. The Last of Us, speaking of that, Last of Us Season 2 sets an early 2024 production start date. John Hamm is set to star in a new hostage drama from the Night Agent creator Sean Ryan. Hulu has released a new trailer for A24's comedy series that they're releasing called Such Brave Girls. So make sure you check that out. New images have been revealed of Ben Mendelsohn as Christian Dior in the upcoming Apple TV Plus drama. So we got a first look at that. Julian Nicholson is going to be leading BBC's Peaky Blinders spiritual successor, Dope Girls. So not really a sequel series, not a spin-off, but a spiritual successor. I love when they call something that. It's so weird. Mortal Kombat 2 has officially started filming again. Carl Urban talked about them all being back to work on the sequel, which had to get shut down due to the strikes. So glad to see that they're up and running. 911 Lone Star's return has been delayed as season 5 has been pushed back into the fall of 2024. Very bummed to hear about this. I love 911 Lone Star and definitely been waiting for the season to return, but most TV shows are all majorly delayed due to the strike. So just sucks to hear fall of 2024. Shadow and Bone, along with Glamorous, have been canceled over at Netflix. I know a lot of people are bummed about Shadow and Bone, so sorry to let you guys know that. Also ending is Young Sheldon. That's right, Young Sheldon's going into its final season. And it looks like it'll be a regular season kind of going forward. I don't think they're going to truncate it too much. Jimmy Kimmel has announced as he will be the host for the Oscars, 2024 Oscars. Jeffrey Donovan is not returning to Law and Order season 23. ABC is going to be releasing the Sound of Music musical that they have this year. Should be out next month. AGT has revealed the 40 acts that are returning for the first ever AGT Fantasy League spinoff that they're doing. Show comes back in January, and if you'd like to see the list of who's coming back, make sure you check the link and check that out. We have the trailer for Urkel Saves Christmas. That's right. Urkel Saves Santa, not Christmas. But did I do that? Urkel is back. Jaleel White reprises his role from Family Matters in the animated Christmas movie. Big news here for Marvel Studios and Fantastic Four is that Pedro Pascal is close to signing on as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. That's right. Marvel Studios is in final talks with Pedro Pascal to star as Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie. Pretty big casting news right here. We don't know if it's going to be a done deal because it sounds like scheduling may be a problem. Obviously, Pedro is very popular. He's got a lot of projects, and he has to do...
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm James Lovino, and I'm here to tell you about Alternate Sides, a movie podcast with a twist. I've worked in the film business for 2 decades, but I haven't actually seen that many movies, and this has been driving my frequent collaborator, Sam, a self-confessed film snob, crazy. So every week, while he's stuck in his car trying to avoid getting a parking ticket, thanks to New York City's alternate side parking regulations, we discuss a classic film I've finally just gotten around to seeing. Alternate Sides, a new podcast about movies, parking, and a 25-year friendship, wherever you get your podcasts.
The Last of Us Season 2, like we just talked about. So don't know if casting can be worked out. They're trying to do that. That's why this isn't a done deal, but this is pretty close to being done. I don't know how I feel about it. The more and more I think about this, I'm super torn because I love Pedro Pascal and I think he's awesome in everything he does. I don't see him as Reed Richards. I really don't. I struggle with that. I'm sure if he did it, he would knock it out the park, but I do struggle with that idea. So I guess I'll just have to wait and see. It's not a name that I would have thought of in my head, but we'll see how it plays out. Avengers the King Dynasty director Destin Daniel Cretton has left the project. That's right. Destin Daniel Cretton is no longer taking a trip to the multiverse as director of Avengers the King Dynasty. He says he is sticking in the Marvel fold. He is doing Wonder Man, which we just talked about a little bit earlier, and he was the director of Shang-Chi, and he says he wants to start working on Shang-Chi 2, which I think we all want. This has also kind of gone into that rumor mill that Marvel might be shifting their focus and not doing Kang, and maybe that's why they knocked him off of this, is to say, hey, we don't really want to do a Kang Dynasty anymore, so we're going to pivot. And then, Destin's like, okay, cool, I'll go do other projects then. So that's all we got, man. It doesn't seem like it's more than anything there. Other than Marvel might be shifting and he's going to work on other Marvel stuff. He does remain in the Marvel fold, so you don't have to worry about that. No hard feelings there. We have the trailer for Monsieur Spade, which introduces Clive Owen as the world-famous detective. Kara Kilmer is leaving Chicago Fire after 12 seasons. Venom 3 has officially resumed production on the Marvel movie there. It's going to come out in November of 2024. Netflix has renewed Unstable for a season 2. This is the Rob Lowe TV show that came out a couple of months back. So congratulations for a season 2 coming down the pipe. Congratulations also for Harley Quinn. The Harley Quinn animated series over on Max has been renewed for season 5. Rosamund Pike and Matthew Rhys are set to lead a new psychological thriller called Hollow Road. The Ted prequel series is coming out in January. This is a Peacock original, and they have a little 50-second teaser trailer that is actually really, really funny of 90s Ted writing a letter that the current day Ted is reading, and it's pretty damn funny. So check that out. I cannot wait to see the Ted prequel series in January on Peacock. It's going to be awesome. We have the trailer for Imaginary. This is Blumhouse's new terrifying teddy bear movie. Yes, it is about imaginary friends and stuffed animals, and it could be very, very scary. But check out the trailer for Imaginary. It looks pretty cool. Frozen 4 is in development. And yes, you might be saying, damn, we don't even have a Frozen 3. Well, they're pretty much done working on Frozen 3, and they said that Bob Iger has said that they are working on 4. So there you go. We have the new trailer for Anyone But You. This is the Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney rom-com. So check it out. It's an okay trailer. I don't know how this movie's going to be, but I do love me some Sydney Sweeney. So we'll see how it goes. We also have the new trailer for Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This, of course, is the new live-action fantasy series that's coming to Disney Plus in December. Check out the new trailer. Looks pretty good, man. I like it. Imaginary will hit theaters on March 8th, and this one stars DeWanda DeWise. So, yeah, I like this trailer, man. Blumhouse, Imaginary. Anyone But You is also coming soon, quote unquote. It was supposed to come out, I believe, in January, but now a lot of people are thinking maybe the Valentine's Day weekend. So we'll see. We'll see what they do there. Percy Jackson will have a 2-episode premiere on December 20th over on Disney Plus. Yellowstone is set to resume production on its final episodes next spring, but Kevin Costner confirmed will not be returning. Noah Hawley says more seasons are in store for Fargo, so pretty cool there. I like that. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, starring Donald Glover and Maya Erskine, is going to be released in February over on Prime Video. The acquired series Run the Burbs and Everyone Else Burns has been pulled from the CW schedule. We have ABC's post-strike return dates for shows like Grey's Anatomy, 911, Abbott Elementary, The Rookie, and up to 10 others. So check that out if you want to see the schedule of when any of your shows might be returning. It's going to be a while, but they're coming back soon. We got an article up about Eli Roth turning his fake trailer into his best reviewed movie yet for Thanksgiving. So check that out. Love Island USA has been renewed for 2 more seasons over on Peacock. January 11th is when that Ted series is going to hit, by the way, if you're interested. Another rumor over on the Fantastic Four front, Mads Mikkelsen reportedly in the running for Doctor Doom. I mean, I like Mads Mikkelsen, and he does make sense when you think about Doctor Doom. My problem here is us recycling actors. Mads Mikkelsen was the villain in the first Doctor Strange movie. He's already been in the MCU. Does he just come back as Doctor Doom? Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It seems uninspired that we can't find someone else that hasn't already played in the Marvel Sandbox. But once again, it's a rumor, so we'll wait and see. Dune Part 2 is moving its release date up by 2 weeks. So instead of mid-March, it'll come out the beginning of March. So that's always good. The Exorcist Believer is going to be hitting Peacock for streaming in the first week of December. Jason Momoa confirms that Aquaman The Last Kingdom is kind of the end. Yes, Jason, we know that. You can stop lying now. It is the end. Karen Gillan and Hugh Bonneville are set to lead a new comedy drama miniseries called Douglas is Cancelled. Stephen Yeun's MCU character has supposedly been revealed by the Invincible creator for who he's going to be playing in the Thunderbolts. I won't say who it is because I don't want anybody to be pissed that it's a spoiler. So read the article if you'd like to see who Robert Kirkman has revealed that he's playing in Thunderbolts. Harold and Kumar 4, could it happen? Maybe. Writers are determined to make another sequel. I like Harold and Kumar. I like Harold and Kumar 2. Harold and Kumar 3 was not too good. I don't know how I feel about a fourth. It could be cool, but it could be too little too late. So we'll see. Cobra Kai creators tease possible spin-offs after season 6 will leave audiences with some loose ends. And speaking of Cobra Kai and kind of Karate Kid, I'm going to jump forward a little bit to today's big breaking news that they announced, because we knew there was a new Karate Kid movie coming to theaters next year. But there's really been no information about it. We found out today that Ralph Macchio, of course, from Cobra Kai and the original Karate Kid movies, is going to come back. But also coming back is Jackie Chan from the kind of spin-off with Jaden Smith. They're going to unite Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio coming together to be the senseis in a new Karate Kid movie. So very, very cool there. I can't wait to see what they do with that. I think it's a great idea to kind of merge everything into one universe. And we'll see where they take it. But it's going to make it be a little bit different than the TV show, having Jackie Chan in there. And I love the idea of them doing it together. So yeah, very, very cool. Moon Knight's Mohammed Diab is set to direct a new sci-fi thriller called Leap. The Irrational is getting additional season 1 episode orders over at NBC, so congratulations there. It's doing really good. A second Bosch spinoff about Detective Renee Ballard has been ordered over at Prime Video. Rodeo drama Ride has been canceled over at the Hallmark Channel after just one season. The 2024 Golden Globes is set to air on CBS in January. Let's see here. Talked about Dune. Creed 4 is officially happening, and it looks like Michael B. Jordan will be back to return as director of the film like he did for Creed 3, but no news yet on Sylvester Stallone if he'll return or not. I really hope he does, because I was really missing him in Creed 3, and I like Creed 3 a lot, but it really missed Stallone. So I hope if we do a 4 here, Michael B. Jordan, you know what to do. Let's bring Sly back. We gotta take it full circle here. Emma Stone is set to join the SNL Five Timers Club as she is going to be a host in December. So absolutely love that. CBS has announced return dates for Young Sheldon's final season, NCIS, Ghost, FBI, Fire Country, and up to 12 others. Check it out to see when your favorite's going to be returning. Nicole Kidman announces that Big Little Lies Season 3 is a go. Wow, so I didn't think this show would be back, but we're going to get Season 3. Let's see here. We talked about our spoiler review. I just want to make sure again, drop, plug. Check out our spoiler review. Chad Stahelski, director of John Wick, says never say never for Keanu Reeves coming back for John Wick 5. Obviously, we know they're writing the script. They're going to need Keanu back. So nice wording there, Chad. We have your complete list of winners for the Billboard Music Awards that happened the other night. Check that out if you're interested. We got an article up with Greg Daniels talking about Upload. I told you guys Upload's a great show. He talks about the latest batch of episodes and why he chose to end the season on a cliffhanger. So there you go. Check that out if you are interested. Five Nights at Freddy's, I want to just celebrate again. It generated a really good 132 million in North America and 271 million worldwide for a movie that only cost 20 mil to make. So congratulations again to Five Nights at Freddy's. The Walking Dead's The Ones Who Live. This is the big spinoff that they are doing for The Walking Dead, and they released a new teaser just the other night. This is the one that returns Rick Grimes and Michonne. That's Denai Guerrera and Andrew Lincoln from the original series. We got the new teaser trailer. The series' next installment will premiere February 25th, 2024 on both AMC and AMC Plus. So there you go there. I know a lot of you are really looking forward to this spinoff, and check it out. We're only a couple months away from that. Let's see. We've already talked box office. Zack Snyder says he's super proud of the PG-13 version of Rebel Moon, but he's also looking forward to releasing the longer R-rated director's cut of his two-part sci-fi epic. He says what we've done with the other version is fun and submersive, because an R-rated sci-fi movie at this scale shouldn't exist. So yeah, I mean, of course it's Zack Snyder. He does things up big and proud, and I can't wait to see his R-rated cuts. I know that's going to be way better than the PG-13. Going back to Superman Legacy casting, this is some big news right here. Also in final talks. This is not official yet. I know a lot of outlets are running this as official. It's not official. James Gunn hasn't even talked about this yet, which shows you it's not official. But in some final negotiations is Nicholas Hoult to join Superman Legacy as Lex Luthor. That's right, Nicholas Hoult, who has auditioned before. I mean, he's been Beast in the X-Men movies. He auditioned to be Superman back in the day. He auditioned to be Batman. He auditioned to be Superman again for this movie, and it sounds like he landed the villain role. That's right. But hey, we all love Nicholas Hoult. He's great, and I think he'll be a really cool Lex Luthor. So again, not confirmed, but it looks like this is pretty much happening. We just got to sign the contract. So congratulations there to Nicholas Hoult. We have the second and supposedly final trailer for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Really cool trailer. It's only a minute and a half, but it shows a lot. So make sure you check that out if you're interested, or if you're the kind that feels like trailers show you too much, then definitely don't watch this one. The Blackening 2 is in works over at Lionsgate, a movie I never thought would get a sequel. Might be getting that sequel. Speaking of sequels, Chris Pine thinks that they are going to make Dungeons & Dragons 2. He says he feels like any day now he's going to get that call, so we'll see if that ends up happening. A lot of people love that Dungeons & Dragons movie. I was even very surprised by it. A new Jason Bourne movie is in development. I'll talk more about that here in a second. The Woman in the Wall is coming soon over on Paramount Plus. La Brea Season 3 will be the final season of the NBC drama, so they're going to wrap that one up. It's going to be a shorter season as well. Unprisoned has been confirmed for Season 2 over at Hulu. Let's see here. Prime Video is going to release the new Paul Mescal and Saoirse Ronan psychological sci-fi thriller called Foe. This was looking like it was going to go to theaters. Now it's going to be a Prime Video original, so that's coming soon to Prime. Wolf Hall Season 2 is confirmed. We have some Black Friday deals for Max, Hulu, Stars, so check out the articles here if you want to save some money and get some more streaming services. Christopher Nolan says his next project might not be as bleak as Oppenheimer. We hope so. The Saint remake is moving forward. It's going to star Regé-Jean Page, and it has landed Doug Liman as the director, so that's pretty cool there. It's a Wonderful Knife is going to be coming to Shudder in December. FBI is Chantel Van Santen is going to be moving to FBI's Most Wanted for season 5, so they're shifting what show she's on there. Pretty cool on that aspect. NBC sets post-strike return dates for One Chicago, Law and Order, Night Court, and a whole bunch more. So check that out for what's coming back to NBC. Paramount Plus is releasing a Black Friday deal for $1.99 for 3 months. Hill Harper is officially out at The Good Doctor. He's going to be running for Senate. And it's a real life Senate bid. So he can't be on the show anymore. So he is out of the next season there. Michael Sheen and Ruth Wilson have been tapped for Amazon series based on the notorious Prince Andrew interview called A Very Royal Scandal. So great casting there for that. Roger Howarth has exited General Hospital after 11 years. Let's see here. Okay, so going back to this new Bourne movie, Jason Bourne may be born again. Universal is developing a new take on the action franchise with All Quiet on the Western Front's Edward Berger leading the charge as director. Matt Damon could potentially become involved, but at this stage there's no script, so nobody has signed on yet, but they are working on that, so pretty cool there. Law and Order and Chicago, NBC's franchises, have set January returns, so pretty soon there for those, which is pretty cool, and I like that. There is a global search. Speaking of this new Karate Kid movie, we talked about it. Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, set for the next Karate Kid movie, and now a global search starts for who is going to actually be the new Karate Kid. So if you're interested, go to karatekidcasting.com and submit your audition there, man. You could be in the movie. So I really, really like that. Macchio reprises his role as Daniel LaRusso, the karate champion molded by Pat Morita's Mr. Miyagi, with Chan coming back as Mr. Han, the kung fu master who helped Jaden Smith fend off bullies in the 2010 Karate Kid remake. So I love that they're combining that once again. A TV series based on Universal's Cape Fear movie is in the works, with Martin Scorsese and Steven Spielberg producing it there, so that's pretty awesome. Family Guy is leaving Sunday nights and will air new episodes on Wednesdays. Fox has also revealed mid-season premiere dates for Alert Missing Persons Unit, Animal Control, and The Cleaning Lady. So check that out for when your favorites will reprise there. Superman Legacy is rounding out its casting once again. Skylar Gisondo has been cast as Jimmy Olsen. I love this casting. I love this kid. In any project he pops up in, like Santa Clarita Diet or The Righteous Gemstones, any movie, Vacation, any movie or TV show he pops in, he's awesome. And he is Jimmy Olsen, man. Like, this guy has been an internet favorite ever since James Gunn started talking, announcing. His name comes up all the time. Everybody's saying he's got to be Jimmy. He's got to be Jimmy. And he ended up being Jimmy, which is pretty cool. Sarah Sapaio, who I'm not familiar with, but she's gorgeous, has been cast as Eve Tessmacher. So yes, we're getting Lex's Eve. Miss Tessmacher! She's coming into Superman Legacy. Congratulations to Dave Filoni, who has been promoted over at Lucasfilm. He is now the Chief Creative Officer. He will be planning the future of Star Wars films and TV shows. Awesome stuff. We love Dave Filoni, and this is exciting news, so congratulations over there. Also, congratulations, Black Mirror renewed for season 7 over at Netflix. That's right. A new season's in development at the streamer after season 6 reached the Netflix top 10 in 92 countries. I love Black Mirror and glad to see it coming back for a season 7. In some crazy news, Melissa Barrera has been fired from Scream 7. That's right. She will no longer be starring in Scream 7 as she was dropped from the project after a series of social media posts in the wake of the Israel-Hamas war. No freedom of speech anymore, guys. That's all I'm going to say. I don't talk politics on here, so I'm going to move along, but this is a bummer that she couldn't just speak her mind without losing her job, because she's fantastic in these Scream movies, and this is a real big bummer that she's been dropped. Ryan Felipe is set to lead a new Prime Video drama called Motorheads. Nicole Kidman and Antonio Banderas are joining the Bodies, Bodies, Bodies director for a new movie over at A24 called Baby Girl. Pete Davidson and Lewis Pullman have joined the new crime comedy Riff Raff. Brendan Fraser is set to lead Searchlight's new Tokyo set drama Rental Family. We have the new trailer for The Cello. This is a new supernatural horror movie starring Tobin Bell. Right, that's the Jigsaw himself. Idris Elba is going to be directing and starring in a new underwater survival thriller called Above the Below. Tron Ares is set to start production next month. That's the Jared Leto sequel that they were going to do right before the strike. They were literally like a day away from filming when the strike happened. So now they're going back into production next month. The movie The Bike Riders with Austin Butler is searching for a new distributor. As something's happened here, it lost its December release date, so it's searching for a new distributor, and it could become a streaming release depending on if they buy the rights to that. The Muppets Mayhem has been canceled by Disney Plus after just one season. Miracle Workers has been canceled by TBS after 4 seasons. We have the trailer for Extended Family with John Cryer making his sitcom comeback opposite Abigail Spencer and Donald Faison. So check out the trailer there for Extended Family. You can get Stars over on Hulu as a 99-cent add-on for 6 months. So check that out for Black Friday weekend if you're interested. Top Gear has been canceled. That's right. BBC has put the car show on rest for the foreseeable future. Constantine director Francis Lawrence is working to get the sequel off the ground with Keanu Reeves. He says we're probably going to start getting back together after Thanksgiving and dig back in to try and crack it. So I like that here that they're working on that. Harlan Coben's Shelter, Horror of Dolores Roach, and With Love. All 3 shows canceled over on Amazon. Daisy Ridley talking about the Marsh King's daughter and her Star Wars returns. Check out that article if you are interested. And then we talked about Karate Kid. We talked about the Superman Legacy casting. And that, my friends, is the show. We have reached the end. And look at that. We're right at that 45-minute mark, man. We love this 45 minutes. We're either 30 or 45. We always love to hit it. But that'll do it here tonight for our episode of Am I on the Air? Thank you so much for listening. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage. Make sure you bookmark it. Check it out. All the socials are there. Everything you need is there. Listen to all the episodes. YouTube.com/Am I on the Air. Make sure you check out the video version of the Marvel spoiler review, or just listen to the audio one right here on this podcast feed. Make sure you subscribe and follow us over on X, Twitter, at Am I on the Air, at DXDonMega. Same handles for Threads, so make sure you follow us on all the socials there. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Am I on the Air. Subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora. We're on everything, so subscribe and listen. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We're at Am I on the Air? Very, very simple to find us. And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Thank you for always streaming our show on demand and giving us other outlets to find people. It's reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. Follow the Pop Culture Pros on Twitter at popculture_pros. Lots of podcasts on both feeds. Make sure you check it all out. And that'll do it for me on this Tuesday, November the 21st. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving. Hopefully there will be no leftovers. And man, eat up and enjoy your day, enjoy your food, enjoy your Black Friday, enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you guys get some time with friends and family. And I'll be back next week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragons!